Which is the least true about baseline data? A, baseline data serves as a control condition. B, baseline data can offer guidance on setting initial criteria for reinforcement. C, baseline data is the absence of intervention. Or D, baseline data may show intervention is not necessary. C is the correct answer. So baseline data is the absence of intervention is the least true about baseline data of these four options. So this is one of those tricky questions where we have to be like, what are they asking me? And in this case, they're saying, what is the least true? So we want what is the thing that is true the least amount of times, which is the least accurate, which is the worst answer about baseline data. So baseline data does serve as a control condition. It can offer guidance on setting initial criteria for reinforcement. And it may show that the intervention is not necessary. Actually, sometimes it does show that. But baseline data is not the absence of intervention. Oftentimes, there are intervention. There are variables at play already in baseline data, sometimes formal and sometimes not formal. Sometimes a teacher will have already been implementing like a class-wide support for certain behaviors. And then you may come in and collect baseline data, but there's not an absence of intervention there. There's already a class support that the student is a part of. That's a formal intervention that's already in place. There also may be non-formal interventions that are already in place or non-formal variables that are already affecting the behavior, which is why we try to hold all of our other variables constant while we apply the potential new variable and then hopefully replicate that through experimental design. But baseline data is not the absence of intervention, at least not all the time. And this is just a slide that shows this, I think, nicely, which is baseline data does serve as a control condition. It doesn't imply the absence of intervention. It's just instead the absence of a specific independent variable. And why do we take baseline data? To establish a baseline level of responding, to use the subject's performance in the absence of the independent variable as an objective basis for detecting change, but also as a potential way to identify reinforcement criteria if that is the type of intervention that we're implementing. This is me asking for reinforcement. Well, potential reinforcement.